Pretty much the same exact match 1 year later, and we'll just see who plays it better. By the way, Cliff, I just saw Heinz Gunthardt, Steffi Graf's coach, and he was so excited at that win, and he said, I said, how come she went, you know, I was surprised that she went to the Sanchez Vicario backhand so much, and he said, it was important for Steffi to prove that her backhand to Arantxa's backhand could hold up. And yeah, it was interesting. Seles had that one really tough fourth-round match against Akiko Kijimuto, ranked number 150 in the world. Kijimuto was just a few games from taking out Seles.
And then Jennifer Capriati easily in the quarterfinals.
Gabriela Sabatini had one very difficult round as well. In fact, it was against Conchita Martinez, a good friend of hers, who also was very, very close, had a set in 3 love before Sabatini woke up, took charge, and then didn't look back.
Take a look at those other scores. So love and 1 and 3. I mean, it was a very easy tournament for her until that match that you talked about. 30 love. Gabriela Sabatini beat Monica Seles at the Italian Open in straight sets in the final. Carlos Kiermaier. He is Gabriela Sabatini's coach. He's a very warm, generous guy, and I think he's taught her a lot. A lot. Mademoiselle Seles wins the first game of this best-of-3 set semi-final match in the women's singles. The winner will take on Steffi Graf. Monica Seles 1 game to love. She held on to her serve. This is Gabriela Sabatini to serve her first serve game. Sun behind her, although for the moment the sun is out, so it's not really a factor. It was in, at least the sun was shining all of that first semi-final match between Graf and Sanchez Vicario.
Well, Monica Seles has really come out of the blocks cleanly, taking early charge of this match. And that is a deja vu from last year. Oh! Sabatini was broken, by the way, right off the bat in 1991 in the same match.
Turner's serve just clipped the tape. Otherwise, it would have been out of reach of Sabatini. As we said, she started out very slowly against Conchita Martinez, losing the first set, down 3-love in the second. But then she came back. Seles, though, walks on the court with an air of confidence about her. You see no negative movement from her at all. She walks out like she is very used to it, and indeed she is used to it. She's looking a lot like Jim Courier in the men's section.
She's won 19 straight matches at the French. That's got to make you feel pretty confident. Although she seems a lot more focused and alert today than she's been looking in this fortnight.
Game point for Sabatini. In fact, the last time that she lost a match in a Grand Slam championship was the quarterfinals of Wimbledon 1990. Since then, she has won 4 straight Grand Slam championships. She didn't play Wimbledon last year. Monica Seles is the one who's calling the shots at the moment, whacking a couple, making the mistakes, or hitting the winners. For now, we'll see how things progress. She will serve. The sun is out again. 1 game all. Almost no shoulder turn in that serve. It's extraordinary. It's all arm. Look at it. She's facing Sabatini right now. Has reached the final in 6 out of 7 tournaments this year. She's only lost 2 matches. One of them to Monica Seles at the Italian Championships, and the other one, of course, you remember, the Lipton. That is Monica Seles, excuse me. The one she lost was to Gabriela Sabatini at the Italian. And then Capriati beat her at the Lipton. That was the only time she did not get to the semifinals. Capriati lost in the semifinals. And Sanchez Vicario won the tournament. Flipped the line. 15 all.
It's absolutely critical that Sabatini not lose length on her shots. Seles attacks better than anyone else on the loose ball. So while we see Gabriela trying hard to mix things up and softballer and slicer, she's got to do it with just the right kind of length. Although she can approach Sabatini. Again, we talked about how difficult to mix it is, her strategy against Seles. I mean, I think it's a good idea for her to use soft slice approaches, drop shot approaches, and that. Get Seles out of that hitting zone where she is so dominant. She's really going to have to throw junk at Seles.
That high topspin shots of hers from both wings, actually, Mary, as long as she gets them deep enough, are okay.
Maintain the length, or you're in trouble.
In fact, if she gets them deep, I think she's in good shape. Okay, so Monica Seles stops the point, and if the linesperson does not agree with her, yeah, he does, so she will get the point. The danger of doing that is if he doesn't agree with her, then she will lose the point, and there's no recourse. But she was dead right, so she wins the point and has game point. You remember she won the Gosh and Long Championship. Check this now. 30-all. Disputed call. Both players are up talking to chair umpire Fran McDowell, but Monica Seles wins the point and the game. And it is 2-1 in the first set. Best of 3 sets, semi-finals. Live coverage here from Court Central. We'll be back. Glad you could join us today. This is Monica Seles and Gabriela Sabatini, the second of 2 semi-final matches today in the women's singles here at the French Open Championships on a beautiful day. And we have not been able to say that too often from the French this year. Springtime in Paris has finally arrived for real. May not stay here all day, as a matter of fact, but it seems that we certainly are going to have a large enough window to finish this match, certainly. It is just after, well, just closing in on 4:30 in the afternoon here in Paris. Sabatini to serve, 1-2. First set. Earlier today, Steffi Graf over the number 4 seed Sanchez Vicario. She lost the first set, and for all the world it looked like she was going to go out, but she came back. Peter Corder, the number 7 seed, will take on France's favorite son Henri Laconde in the semifinals tomorrow. Courier and Agassi will also play tomorrow in the semis. Drop shot. Oh, what a chance. The drop shot was hit far too deep. But Sabatini made the error. 3 break points now for Monica Seles.
And
15-40. The sun is in the worst position for Sabatini. It is pretty much in her eyes when she tosses the ball up, serving from this side here. As you watch this replay again, for Seles, who's a left-hander, it's not a problem on that side. Seles got to it, but she wasn't there in enough time to do anything effective with it. So Sabatini still in this game, but break point. Couldn't quite recover, but she didn't need it because Seles missed the shot. As she said, Mary, 40-30. 30-40 rather, still break point.
Yeah, Sabatini's still in trouble, but she's putting up a pretty good fight in this game. She really had gotten herself in an awkward position, Sabatini. She's well off the court. Now she's trying to defend the net. And as you can see here, she loses her way, loses her footing off that line. And she was a little bit lucky that Seles obviously was distracted by the bobble. Down to just 1 break point now. A critical game for Sabatini. Doesn't want to let Seles get on a roll this early in the match.
Oh, second serve, and Seles hits it wildly long. Gabriela Sabatini on second serve points is under 50% for the tournament. She hits that second serve pretty short, as we've been saying.
It's actually the most attackable part of both players' games, and could really have a lot to do with who wins this match. What a great fight from down love 40. Sabatini's got a chance to tie things now at 2.
As you said, Mary Monica Seles' stats actually are worse in that department. She's only won 43% of her second serve points. So when she misses the first serve, she's way under 50.
Yeah, that's really the most vulnerable time. You're going to get Seles in any kind of defensive position. It's right there. Boy, that's a very difficult way to win a game, and Sabatini really did a tremendous job of putting together some very complicated rallies. Again, she's going for a lot of heavy spins, slices. She's dicing, using only very occasional power, Sabatini. For the most part, a player would use all that stuff that Sabatini's using. That would be the change-up. But in this match, she does not want to grant Seles any more kind of firepower, you know, than she really has to. She only wants to hit the ball hard when Seles doesn't want it to be struck that way.
That is wide. Love 15, and this the first point of the fifth game of the match. 2-all. Well, if you want to find a formula to beat Monica Seles and you want variety, you have the right person. You've got Sabatini, because you've been pointing out she has all of these shots. And she used them well enough. That's the question. That is exactly the question. She's got, to my mind, the perfect strategy. And it's a nasty execution getting it right against Seles for 2 sets. 79 for Sabatini, and Monica Seles on the other hand. And remember, we've said it's important because her effectiveness on second serve for the tournament is dismal. Sabatini will try to see how much she stepped up for that second serve. She really wants to challenge this ball. And she did. So the shoe is on the other foot now. It's 3 break points for Sabatini. Seles was in that position last game, and Gabriela Sabatini came back. For Gabriela Sabatini, it's been a very solid year. She won the Family Circle Cup that played on clay. Remember, she was in the final of the Lipton, losing to Sanchez Vicaria, but she beat Steffi Graf in the semi-final. Then she won the Bausch and Lomb that we enjoy covering so much, beating Steffi Graf. And the big one for her was Monica Seles. She beat her again, as we said before, the Italian, also on clay. Very similar conditions to these. Twice Sabatini has beaten Seles in Italy, that tournament. Seles is considering entering the singles there, because she's won the doubles there 3 years in a row now, 3 different partners. There's the breaker serve. First blood on Stadium Court in this second round women's singles match. It's 3 games to 2. Sabatini, and she'll serve after we take this break. Warm greetings, everybody. Hope your morning is going very well. It's a very pleasant afternoon here in Paris. We're just after 4:30 in the afternoon. We've seen already one singles semi-final match here of the women's singles at this year's French Open Championship. Steffi Graf is in the final, and these two are battling it out to see who will play her. Gabriela Sabatini has the break. 3-2 first set. Well, from love 40 at 2-1, Sabatini's won the last 8 points. Match may be a lot like the one we just saw with Graf and Sanchez Vicaria. Now 9.
Monica, when she lost to Sabatini a few weeks ago at the Italian, said she was maybe a little tired from the doubles she played with Helena Sukova. She won it. The year before, she'd won the doubles at the Italian with Capriati. The year before that with Helen Kalesi. She's been trying to play more doubles to develop more of an all-court game. She's got another doubles title, the U.S. hard courts, that she won with Patty Pendick. And she does need to add more to her game. I feel strongly about that. Even though Graf won that semi, I feel like there was a lot more Graf could have, you know, there were shots she hit Cliff. She didn't come in behind them. Opportunities, you know, you're just kind of begging them to follow up on all their strengths.
One-handed. Oh, what an opportunity.
So that breaks the nice little streak Sabatini had going.
Shouldn't have, though. She had a great opportunity to put that one away. She had it all lined up, hit it wide. 30-15. Of 14, and that hurts her. 11 of 15 now. This is an important point for Sabatini. The sun's behind her. It's not effective anymore. The wind, what there is of it, is also behind her. 30 all in this game, 3-2. Well, that one did go long. When she hits the ball so violently off both sides, Sabatini, that the spectators, when they see her swing like that and hit it cleanly, they very often think it's going long, but because she has so much topspin on the ball, it stays in. 3 in a row for Seles. This is break point for her.
Sabatini got out of this last time.
That's long. Well, as you said, Mary, she was on a roll. They had won so many points on a trot, and then suddenly things turn around, and Monica Seles made her move, so we're back on serve, one break apiece. It's 3 games all in the first set. Monica Seles' home is in Yugoslavia, of course. It's just horrible, terrible tragedy of war that is going on in her home country now. But she is really, she says nothing about it. She's not affected by it.
Well, I'm not... She won't say anything about it. That's very true.
It may not be true to say that she's not affected by it. That absolutely. There, of course, she's an ethnic Hungarian. Her parents live very close to the Hungarian border. But
technically, Seles has to be considered a Serb. And, of course, that's not a very popular nationality right now. She does not want to get involved with it. Unlike another Yugoslavian, Goran Ivanisevic, who's a Croat and is very proud of it.
He has a lot to say about it.
Yeah.
Every chance he gets, in fact.
But in fact, Seles, a communique was issued before Monica Seles came in after her win against Akiko Kijimuta a few rounds ago. And it was read to us all in the press room that she would not answer any questions about the politics of her country. And the French television, there are 2 different French televisions covering this championship. One of them, a French guy, did ask her about it, and she has not given them an interview since then. Have a look at the winners and unforced errors. Sort of dismal numbers from both sides early in this semifinal. That's not deep enough.
Yeah, down the line, clean winner for Monica Seles, crisply hit, 40-15.
Again, Sabatini's not, she's trying very hard not to give Seles a hard, clean ball. That one had spin but lacked depth. Go!
Monica Seles, remember, just 18 years old. It may be fair to let her be as far as politics are concerned. Game point, Seles. That is long. Monica Seles holds on. We're on serve, 4 games to 3. First set, best of 3 sets. This is women's singles semi-final day. Live coverage from Paris.